So welcome everybody to the event for the evening for Above and Beyond English Center Rescue. We're so thrilled you're all here to join us tonight, and we appreciate everybody's support. I'm Karen Dendy-Smith, the founder of the Animal Communication Collective and one of the directors. And I'm going to start the show by handing everything over to Barb at Above and Beyond English Center Rescue to get us started off.
All right, let's try this again. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this exciting and fun evening in support of Above and Beyond. I know that some of you are here because you are connected to the Animal Communication Collective, and others are friends of A and B, and others are fosters, adopters, volunteers, and supporters of Above and Beyond. Welcome, each of you. The Animal Communication Collective is an amazing group of women who are giving so generously of their time for free to help animals. They are not only doing mini readings in the first portion of the evening, but they are also offering free private 30-minute sessions to 5 lucky entrants who join us at the after party. If you haven't signed up for the after party, there is still time to do so. There you will meet the communicators and also Dr. Robin, a homeopathic vet practicing holistic medicine. Dr. Robin will share some of her wisdom with us and hopefully have time to answer some of your questions. All proceeds from this event benefit our setters. For those of you who don't know much about Above and Beyond, I will do my best to give you a brief synopsis. We are a foster-based, totally volunteer rescue for English setters and setter mixes. The rescue was started in July of 2003 and incorporated in January 2004. We now have volunteers in pretty close to every state and several Canadian provinces. Our setters in need come from both the US and Greece, and hopefully soon, once again, from Turkey. The pups spend time in foster homes to get their medical needs met, and for many to learn what living in a home is all about. Then, when ready, their foster family chooses their forever home. We are an amazing organization with many moving parts, and each part is integral to the whole. On any given weekend, we have 5 to 10 setters crisscrossing the country, getting to their fosters or forever homes. We are blessed with an amazing group of volunteers who make rescuing and homing 200 to 300 dogs a year possible. Thank you all for being here and supporting our work. I have no doubt it will be a great evening. I would like to thank Sue Harvey and Eileen Gibson, 2 of our board members, who have helped pull this off. It would not have happened without them. Thank you. And let's go.
All right, thank you, Barb. Okay, so like I said, I'm Karen Dendy-Smith. I'm the founder and director of the ACC. You'll see Julie here. She is our social media director and my co-captain for the evening and keeping this event running and smooth for you all. So the Animal Communication Collective has been in existence now for 2 years. We are a group of 30 animal communicators, all women who all went to school together and came together as peers to help support animals around the world, actually. The bearing or the idea for this group came to me when I was talking to my husband one evening, and my cat Hockey Puck, who had passed away in 2017, is the reason why I actually became an animal communicator. And when we were talking about what else can I do besides individual animal readings to help the animal population, he came through and said, you need to help us all at once. You all need to come together and help us all at once. It's what you're here to do. And so I started brainstorming this idea, and out it came. We need to come together as a collective. We need to share what animal communication is about so people understand that animals have chosen to be in our lives for a reason. They come to us in service, and they're here to help us human beings elevate our souls, our hearts and souls, and learn about unconditional love. We know that they give us the most beautiful unconditional love we'll ever feel. That's why we're all here this evening. And so we joined together as a group. We've been doing this now for 2 years, and we've been raising funds and doing these events with rescues and sanctuaries all across the country. And we just love coming together as peers to support each other and the animals. And so we're so glad to be here tonight. And that's how the ACC got started and founded. So what is happening next? So let's introduce the team members who are here tonight. Of our 30 team members, there are 5 of us here tonight, all working together for you. So like I said, I'm Karen Dende Smith. I'm coming to you from Boston, Massachusetts. In my background, I am a recovering advertising and design person. I used to work in the advertising world. I left that and came into doing this full time this year. So I also have a background in Chinese energy medicine, and I teach Qigong, and I work with animals and people to help them through energy work, which is similar to Reiki. And I also have a background, I'm also a soul level intuitive coach where I connect with spirit guides and help people coach through life, things that they're tackling. And I just recently was certified at the University of Vermont in a certificate program to become an end of life animal companion doula. So that also helps with the work that I do. So it's nice to meet you all. Julie?
Hi, I'm Julie Hiert, and I am coming to you live from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I too am a recovering advertising executive. So it's interesting that you said that, Karen. I am also, as my peers here, a soul level animal communicator, as well as a soul level intuitive coach. And I also am a teaching assistant for the woman that taught all of us that are here tonight as well. And I'm really excited to be here. So thank you. Sally?
I'm Sally, and I'm coming to you from Newton, Massachusetts, which is right outside of Boston. And since we're on a theme tonight, I am a recovering corporate comptroller. And I started learning about animal communication in 2017. And went into business in 2020, right as the pandemic struck. It has changed my life. Really, the joy that I get with from meeting people and connecting to the animals is not comparable to anything else that I've done in my life. And I'm so happy to be here tonight. Monica?
Hi, I'm Monica. I'm coming live from Cleveland, Ohio. And this is currently a part-time business. My day job is a magistrate judge, which I normally don't, I normally keep quiet, especially at work. So I also do Reiki, animal communication, and something called language of light, which is higher vibrational energies coming through, like a sound vibration healing. So I'm excited to be here tonight.
Okay, and Tracy, want to say hi? Tracy is our 5th person on our team tonight who is helping in the Zoom. So when you see information coming into the chat this evening, she's the one putting it there, and she'll be the one answering questions if there are any. So Tracy, do you want to just say hi for a minute?
Hi, Tracy Aikett, Ontario, Canada. And I did my training with Julie and Monica. We were in the same class. Not that that's really exciting, but it is for us. I have a very strong social work background, dog training as well. And much like Karen, I plan to be doing work with people who are grieving the loss of their pets. That's it for now, other than animal communication, which you know I do. So that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. Okay, so now you know who the team is. So just a reminder, Barb, do you want to talk about what we want to remind people about?
Sure. So a few details to remember. So the event is being recorded. So if you have your video on, then you are giving permission to be recorded. If you don't want to be recorded, then turn your video off. but that will mean that you can't be chosen for a mini reading. So you need to have your recording on or your video on in order to be picked up and potentially chosen as one of the mini readings. I think there's still tickets available for the after party, and I'm not exactly sure when they will close, but we'll get a message from Tracy or somebody saying that they're going to close it off. But if you come to the after party, you have a chance to win one of the free readings that these wonderful animal communicators are donating their time and energy. So keep that in mind.
Thank you, Barb. So Julie, you want to get us kicked off, explain a little bit about animal communication and get us rolling?
Yeah, absolutely. So here's what animal communication is. What we're actually doing is
There we go.
all of us can connect to the greater power, the greater higher good, higher consciousness. And that's what we're doing, because animals are playing in that realm as well. So we're actually tuning in to that higher consciousness and having our intention set to actually communicate with your animal. So when we actually intuitively, what we'll do is as we move through tonight, we'll intuitively select people for a reading. And what's really happening is either your animal's energy or your energy is coming forward, and we're picking up on that, and we will select you for a reading. If that happens for you, and of course your camera has to be on for that to happen, if that happens for you, we're just going to need 4 pieces of information. We're going to need your animal's name. We're going to need your animal's species. So whether they're a dog, a cat, a llama, a lizard, whatever it may be, just tell us that. You don't have to tell us the breed or anything. And then let us know if they're female or male and alive, or if they're in spirit, we can also communicate with them. So you just have to let us know if they're alive or if they're crossed over, whatever language you want to use for that aspect of it. Please don't give us any more information than that. We really want to give the time to the animal to let them tell us what they want us to know about their personality. And it also gives us time for you to ask one question that will also get information from the animal to answer your question. And you can give us a little bit of feedback to let us know that things make sense, but don't tell us anything more than that, and we'll let the animal have the spotlight. Did I miss anything, Karen?
I don't think so. That was perfect.
Cool.
Okay. So I think we're ready to roll, right?
Yeah, I do too. All right.
Okay.
So is everybody ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Karen and I are going to read together first. And I have to tell you, this whole time I've been really drawn to Christine Cannon. Christine, are you open to having a reading?
Very much so. Thank you so much. I'm quite touched.
You're welcome. We're very excited. All right, Christine, what's the name of the animal that we're speaking with this evening?
Lincoln.
Lincoln. All right. Is Lincoln a dog, cat?
Lincoln is a dog. He is a male. He is an Australian Shepherd mini.
Okay.
And he is in spirit.
Spirit. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
First of all, we're very sorry for your loss.
Can I add real quick too? I met Karen through the University of Vermont Death Doula class program. So I wanted to say thank you so much for this introduction. It's very sweet.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I recognized you. Oh, Christine, that's so exciting. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. So just give us a minute, Christine. We're going to connect in with Lincoln.
Yeah.
Spirit, and ask him to share a little bit about his personality. Anything he wants you to know right now, and then we'll get to your question, okay?
Great.
Okay.
So, as I connect in with Lincoln, I get oh my God, here I am. I'm right here. Here I am. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here, right here, right here. And I get this whole like really energy. I get almost like a Disney character kind of a thing with a little sing-songy that comes along with it. Does that make sense?
He's a magical creature. Yeah. That's Link for sure.
Cool.
And he came in and he's like, I knew I knew that they would pick her. I knew that they would pick her. So he's kind of saying to me, I told her to come. And he's short, he's very proud of himself. He's really beautiful. He's telling me how beautiful he is. And he's also sometimes they'll put up how proud they are of themselves and how they look. So he's got this beautiful bandana on his neck as well, in my head, the way he's presenting himself to us.
Yes. Yes, that's like he was very proud.
And Karen, when you were saying what you were getting, there were two things. There's a little bit of this breathy quality that, oh my gosh, yes, like it's almost like he laughs, because dogs, when they laugh, are like that aspect. So I get that little breathy aspect, and also I should say, when he was showing Karen about how proud he is about how beautiful, I also see he shows me his back end, and like very pretty. He likes whether I'm coming or going, like beauty everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's so funny. He's like, I know him in spirit, but I just want mom to know I did love all those butt rubs. And he's showing me somebody going like on his back, his hind end, and he's just showing me how much he wants you to know how much he loved those.
Oh, that's darling.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a little guy, but he had the giant spirit,
Mhm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of want to ask him, like, how is he doing in spirit now, just to kind of bring it around, because he is in spirit. So
Mhm.
is that okay, Julie? We'll just ask him to share a little bit of how he's doing in
Yeah,
spirit.
I was just gonna say, as you were saying though about the in spirit something or other, he showed me like he still bumps up against you. He still uses that hind end from the other side, if you will, and every now and then you're like, wait a minute, why did I just trip, or why did I just get off bounds? That's him. That's him pushing you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. So what do we want to ask here?
I just wanted to ask him if he would share a little bit with Christina about how he's doing in spirit.
Mhm.
He makes me feel like that would be helpful for your heart to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things he brings me to is he wants you to, I don't know, he's telling me to tell you, I breathe really well.
Mm.
I can breathe really well.
Mhm.
And would you know what that means to you? Because he's just, tell mom I can breathe really well. And he's just like really taking in deep breaths.
Some expansion for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's helpful, but based on how he passed, he had a very intense heart arrhythmia and
Okay.
died very early. So it
Okay.
was really, really traumatic. This
Okay.
is very personal. Thank you very much
Yeah.
for this.
I'm sorry, sweetie. So sorry.
No, it's okay.
He showed me two things. One was that he puts his hind end very firmly on the ground, and I hear him say, I'm settling in just fine over here. I'm absolutely fine. At the same time, I got what do I want to say? Like I got a pulsating feeling like right in my sternum, right at the heart. And as you were describing that, what he had, Christine, then it dissipated. It went away. And he wants you to know that all of that it's all gone and it's all a-okay. And he's settling in just fine. And he's starting to, like the bumping of you and whatnot, he's having fun exploring a little bit how he can connect in with you so that you know he's still around. He's playing with that. So he really wants you to be aware of, and like, is that, you can even say, is that you? And you'll get some kind of confirmation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's funny, Julie, as you said that, he was telling me he's playing with sound as well.
Yes.
There's some sounds that you're noticing that were his sounds. And he's saying, that's me, mom, that's me. And the more I tell you about the sound, the more I'm getting like all these chills down the back of my head and my neck, which is also what he's trying to get to you. So that there's like a shaky sound, like I don't know if it was a collar or something that sounds a little bit like tingly, like there's a in the distance that you hear sometimes, and it is him, he says.
Beautiful. Yes. And I hear him through songs too that will come on the radio. And also in my head, his songs will come. Here Comes the Sun comes up all the time. I know it's him, which is really awesome.
Okay, I just need to tell you that song is my cat Dia's song as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
Do
right.
you have a specific question you want us to ask for him, Christine?
Yeah. I really just want to open it to Lincoln to say, is there anything he wants to share with me too? Yeah.
Is there anything that Lincoln that Christine needs to know right now that would be helpful for her to know?
Yeah, and even like any guidance that comes from him, because he was such my little protector, and I think I've had some heart issues actually, which is interesting. So yeah, not interesting. It's yeah, yeah, right. But so it's like I feel like sometimes I feel that he like is sitting on my chest actually still, and I don't know. If there's anything he could guide, would be awesome.
I do hear from him as you were asking the question. One, there is this. I have this feeling all through my body when I'm really grateful for something. I can feel my arms and limbs and even my heart center just really relax and just, oh, I'm so grateful for whatever's happening. That's the same feeling he's giving me right now. And I actually hear him say he's so grateful for how you helped him his whole life, but particularly in the last stages, and how you never really left his side is what I hear him say. He's also, the other thing he wants me to say is how proud he is of you in the pursuit of the doula thing, as well as there's an intuition aspect that's opening up for you if it hasn't already, but you're following your heart is what I hear him say, which is also part of this too. So he wants you to know that he's extremely proud of you and he wants to continue to work with you in some form as far as this whole intuition thing goes.
That's exactly what I didn't ask, but wanted to ask. Thank you so much for that. It's very appropriate.
Cool. Karen, what did you get?
So as you asked the question, he infused me the same way. It's so weird, Julie, how this happens to us. Mm-hmm. He infused me with this same thing. It was like an electrical current just went through my body. And he's saying, Mom, you need this. Yeah. So he's telling me, ground your heart. I want you to ground your heart by doing a practice that grounds your energy, that like him, interesting, he's saying, like him, you have your energy comes up into your chest too much. Mm-hmm. And he's saying, take the time to put it back down where it belongs, below your feet. So when Anil says that to me, that tells me there's some sort of like meditative stance, whether it's Tai Chi or yoga or something, because he's saying put your energy below your feet, like sink it into the ground, so that you can be open up here more.
As you said that, Karen, when he was first telling Christine that he's settling into the other side or across the Rainbow Bridge, and he was putting his popo on the ground, that's the same. When you said you need to ground your energy, Christine, he started doing that with me. He would even suggest sitting on the earth, putting your popo on the earth, if you will. Yeah. So, which is why he's doing it on that side to hopefully get you to do it on this side, if that makes sense.
He was the greatest teacher. Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, we're not done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so happy because I wasn't sure if he was like on board with this. You know what I mean? Like this animal speaking communication thing just sort of came. Mm-hmm. and now it's like, whoa, okay, let's go with it.
If you're coming to the after party, we can talk more about it.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. This was a gift.
So welcome.
Yeah. Our pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we're good with Lincoln. So I'll let him disconnect for a minute. And we're going to go on and choose. All right. So I have been really drawn to Jenny Belandi. Is that how you say it, Jenny?
Hi.
Hi. Would you like an animal communication reading?
I would love one.
Yeah. Okay. We would love to do this for you.
I don't know who to say because, but probably the most recent, which would be Jed. He's gone off to be with his in his heavenly home.
All right. So Monica and I are going to team together for you. and we're going to do your reading. So just give us a second. And what I'd love to do is for you to tell us his name again.
Jed.
Jed, J-E-D, and male
Yes.
dog.
Yes.
Okay. In spirit.
So I see you with your baby.
Hey, Jenny. So just give us a second to connect with Jed. Okay. Okay, Jed. So the first thing that I hear from him when he came in is, I was living the dream with mom.
I'm
He-
probably gonna cry a lot, just so everyone knows.
It's okay. It's because we love them so much. Of course, there's tears. And it's okay. We're in a safe place all together tonight. So he is telling me he was living the dream with you, and he knows. He's telling me you saved him.
You
Does that make
saved me.
sense? Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I saw him kind of in like a lifeboat. He showed up for some reason. I couldn't figure it out. And he was like white, curly, fluffy. A lot of times when animals are in spirit, they show up as white for me, a bright white. So I don't know if this is actual or because he's in spirit. And he's in this little lifeboat with some cute little outfit on, and he's just paddling along. Just very happy.
There's actually significance to that I'll probably talk about in the after party.
Okay. Okay. So Jed, what do you want us to tell us? What do you want to share about your personality this evening? He says that you brought him out of his shell. That he was kind of like, he's showing it to me like in some ways he was shut down when you saved him. This is his view of life. He was shut down and you allowed him to open back up and just be a dog. And he's showing me just doing really fun doggy things that when you're shut down as a dog, you don't really do, like just running around. He's like, I sat on the couch, I sat outside, like I had toys. And he's telling me that the things that just being a dog and be able to shake and feel free came from you allowing him to kind of come back into his own self, come back into being like a dog, like a happy dog. Does this make sense to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's lived his whole life outside alone.
Mhm.
And we adopted him at 14.
Oh,
Mm.
wow. So
That's
we
so
really
funny.
did give him a beautiful end of life.
He just passed August 11th at 16.
Wow. Well, Karen, I got something very similar to you. He showed me this huge heart, but then there was almost like a door, like this barrier to this huge heart. And then he showed me with Jenny, like it opening up.
Mhm.
So that's very similar to what you had. It was like he had all of this love, but he's showing that you were the one who were able to let him really express it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Or
this
whatever
evening?
that means to you. He just showed me this huge heart and you opening the door.
Yeah, he was a different dog. He really did come out of his shell.
Mhm. So he says, this is really interesting. He wants you to know that his soul journey was in some ways, he's saying in some ways is similar to yours in that he's learned a lot from having to struggle, so that when he had the opportunity to have kindness bestowed to him, he really, really appreciated it. But it was part of his soul's journey in this 3D body to be able to really understand the contrast. And so he's thanking you for that, because that was part of his mission, was to, for himself, one, to understand the contrast of really being given kindness so that he could give it back. So he's telling me what you gave to him, he wanted to give back to you tenfold.
Oh, he did.
And
He did.
he's also showing me coming up and just like this little gentle lick on your right hand, on the outside of your right hand. And he's indicating that that's one of the ways he's trying to contact you. Just observe if, I don't know, some water drops on your hand, or you feel like this little vibration, or you feel his tongue, or just some sensation. But he's showing me the outside of your right hand. That's one of the ways he's contacting you.
That makes sense.
So Jenny, do you have a specific question for Jed?
He had a really, really rough last 2 weeks. He had a tumor on his heart, and it was a really bad time. And I just want to know that he crossed over peacefully, because we did the x-rays and I saw the tumor, and the vet said that I couldn't wait, because if the tumor bled, he would have had a really awful death. So I had to make that decision in that moment. And my husband is a truck driver and was on the road 4 hours away. So I want to know that he was at peace with everything, and that he's okay in heaven, because I told him all about Jesus in heaven, and I let him know all the time, laying on his bed.
Yeah.
Sorry. I knew it was coming. So I told him about Jesus and what it would be like, or my interpretation, that he'd see his family, and the two dogs he was out with, Ranger and Barbara, that he'd see them again. And I just want to know that he's with them and safe and happy, and I just want to know my baby's okay.
So it's funny, Jenny, he's showing me him in between a lion and a lamb. And he finds some humor in this, and but he feels like he's snuggled with a bunch of other animals, and he's showing me that when he came to live with you, it was way better than expected. And he didn't think it could get better than that, but he's like, wow, this is way better than, he wants you to know that it's better than you even described.
Good.
And he just wants you to, he's confirming yes, he is with loved ones, and there are human ones there as well. There's an older gentleman there with him as well.
Okay.
That is continuing. He says this older gentleman is continuing. He's teaching this older gentleman in spirit. He's continuing to teach this older gentleman in spirit about unconditional love and having patience. So I don't know who that is, but there's somebody there who really energetically adores him, but his job is actually teaching this person about unconditional love and patience in spirit as well. This person's soul, they're continuing to evolve and learn, and he's teaching them that while he's on the other side.
That's
I don't
my
know if
boy.
that is somebody. Yep.
The only one I could think of that passed would be my grandfather.
What's your grandfather's name?
And past readings, Jim.
Well, and with the lion and the lamb, I thought I saw a shepherd's staff, but it wasn't like that. So I think it might be a cane. So I don't know if your grandfather used a cane.
Not that I remember. but that was a long time ago.
Yeah. He says he's a man of very few words, but he has a soft heart, but he's a little gruff and has very few words. So he just wants you to
Yeah,
know he's
that
there
could
helping.
be.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I think that, does that help, Jenny? Does that answer your questions for Jed for the moment?
That he thinks it's better than I described is
Mhm.
pretty special.
Yeah.
And I asked him if there was anything else, and he showed me you writing or like journaling. And a way you can connect with him is to just open a journal and just ask a question, and then just start writing anything that comes. And if you have a hard time, just write out the question and just anything that comes, because he still wants to communicate with you.
I can feel him around.
Good,
It's hard to explain.
Good.
good. Well, thank you for sharing him with us. He's
Thank you,
a
guys.
strong guy. And so
Yeah.
before we keep going, we just want to remind everybody, if you want to come and talk to us and Dr. Robin at the after party, PAWTY, no cute spelling there. There's still time. We're going to leave the chance to come and join us, the ticket that you need to purchase. It's still available for the next reading or two, and then we'll close that down. So if you haven't done that yet and you want to, you're welcome to come and join us to chat with us after the main event. So with that, Monica, you're up next.
Yes, Sally and I are going to take the reins now. And right before we started, I saw a certain box light up. And so the person that's in that box right now is Carol Repsick. Would you like a reading tonight, Carol?
Yes, thank you. I would, if I can get through it.
Oh, the animals and their love, they just lift us up. So we'll all help you through it. So can you give us the name of your animal?
Sam or Sammy, male, dog.
And crossed over?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Sally and I are going to connect with Sam, male, dog in spirit. So he shows up just dancing all around, almost like an old vaudeville act. He's got his like little hat and he's like going like this with it. And he's just very energetic, but in a musical way. I don't know if any of that makes sense. Sally, did you have anything with Sam or Sammy?
I saw Sam sit in front of me with his tail wagging as he was sitting, and he said to me, "Me? It's me? You talk to me?" So he's very excited. And I'm going to ask him to tell me a little bit about his personality. So give me a minute.
So he comes in very, very sweet. And he's coming in and he just gets really close to you and kind of just almost flops almost on your feet, almost like next to you. He just wants to be really close, but it's this overwhelming sweetness. Does that make sense?
That's Sam.
And really wants to be like on your feet, at your feet, like right up against you.
Sam was abused when I got him, and it took me 4 months of just him and I working it out so that he could trust me. And from that day on, he was just my dog. It was me or nobody.
I'm just getting chills. Yeah, he's just like, he's not coming up to me. He just wants to be next to you. And he's he's like, this is okay as long as I can be next to mom.
That was Sam.
So the first thing that Sam said to me is when I asked him to tell me a little bit about himself, is he said, I'm very smart. And then he said, I was also very happy. So, but the most important thing that he wants to convey is that he is very smart. He was very smart.
He was. Yep. I just wants to know that Sam knows I did everything I could to save him. I just couldn't fix him. So I had to let him go. And I just hope he knows that I tried everything that I could.
He just said, don't be sad. I know how much you loved me. And I'm fine. There's no pain.
Yeah, he was showing me that he had some joint pain or just pain and movement, and he's telling me he's fine now, but he's also saying he has a different definition of fix, and he's just showing me, so he's so grateful because he's saying you fixed his broken heart. And he's saying in so many ways you did fix him.
I hope so.
He's just showing me incredible happiness. So for the time that you two were together, he was really happy. And that I'm seeing glowing coming from him, which is showing me the happiness that he felt. And so he doesn't want you to be sad.
I am. But I just want to know that he's okay and pain-free and just being happy. And that he has to know that I miss him.
He says thank you for everything you did for him.
He's also showing me a collar. He's showing me he was so excited. You gave him, it's like some color in his collar? Does that make sense? And
Yes.
oh my gosh, he loved that. It made him so happy. And he's showing me that you actually intuitively could really connect with him and know his thoughts. And like he was actually thinking about this collar, and that you went and got something like exactly what he wanted. And he's saying, don't underestimate yourself. You're very intuitive. And that made him so, so happy.
That's funny because he had many collars, but that was the one collar that I kept. That's wow.
And he's saying you might hear like the little jingle of the collar, and if you do, that's him. That's him connecting.
I know he's here. I know he's with me in many ways.
You have a question for him?
No, like I said, I just want him to know that I did everything I could to try to save him. That there just wasn't a doctor around that could fix him. And I promised him that I wouldn't let him suffer, that when he told me it was time, that's what I would do, is I would let him go. And he told me, and that's what I did. But
so
I just couldn't fix them.
Sally, do you want to ask if there's any other information that Sam or Sammy would like to share?
Is Sam mad I got another dog like before he passed?
No, no, immediate no, no.
Okay.
He knew the other dog was coming. He likes that the other dog is there. Because he can communicate very easily with this other dog, and he's saying it's a little easier to connect that he was there before he left,
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying watch the other dog for signals that he's around. Like you might see the dog looking somewhere where you can't see something. But no, he's not mad at all. I got a definite.
Okay. Okay.
And the last thing that I want to let you know that he has told me is that you were his number one concern, and not so much concern for himself, but you were the most important thing, and you still are. And so he's still around, he's watching over you, and he is communicating with your other dog. And so he wants you to be happy and have love in your life.
That's my Sam. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Sam has been on my mind for a very long time, so thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so let me just disconnect. Okay, so I have been looking at Lori. It's a little dark, but Lori, are you interested in having a reading tonight?
Sure.
Okay.
So I have Gridley, Gridley, a male dog, and he's present with me.
Okay. And Julie is going to do this reading together with me.
So as I connect in with Gridley, I get, hey, how you doing? Does that make sense to you? I have this very I just want to sit back in my chair like this, maybe even get a cigar. I don't know why. I don't smoke, but I just get this very much Joey vibe from Friends. How you doing?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, Lori?
At times.
So I didn't get that but he expressed that he's very interested in this whole process, and yet in a laid back, interested way, but not, I think the Joey thing is hilarious.
I don't even know if he's awake. I'm like going to wake him up. Quickly. There he's awake.
I do see him, before you said you didn't even know if he's awake, I do see him laying around, and I was asking him, so you're laid back, this thing. He's like, well, if you have a piece of food, I may move for you. That's what I hear him say, but depends on the food. I mean, and this is what I'm hearing him say, I need quality, it's got to be the best. I don't just move when you want me to. It's got to be for something good. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, he is picky. Yeah. People offer him treats and he takes them and spits them out.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, don't give me that milk bone stuff. Is what I hear him say.
Yeah. So he has said to me, I'm cool, man. I'm just, you know, I'm above so many things. I am not your run-of-the-mill dog. I think of myself as royalty.
Oh,
Yeah, benevolent leader. I hear him do, yeah. I see him do the wave.
Yes. I'm having some trouble articulating this because what I'm feeling is this whole attitude of I'm really pretty different. And I look at the world differently. I have a very strong sense of self, and I don't get excited or thrilled at just the simple stuff. I'm much more analytical in the way that I see the world. And I don't know if that makes sense to you.
yeah, he's a smart guy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Just Sally, as you were talking, I see him like put one leg here and then his other front leg here. Gets really close. He's like, I don't know why y'all rush around like you do. I don't know why. It makes no sense to me. He gets right up close like this and just right in my face. And I'm like, okay, I'll calm down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, there's a simplicity to it, but there's a wisdom to it, if that makes sense. Like when Sally, like what you were saying, like that's how it feels to me, like this regalness, this benevolent leader, like what I say goes, and I don't know why y'all question it, but okay. But there's just simplicity to it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. He can be very laid back. But I'm in rainy Seattle, and so going outside is not fun right now.
Mm-mm.
So it's
No,
like,
and
it's good
yeah.
and chilly. Yeah.
That laid back feeling is very, yes, it's like I have a hard time moving right now because I just want to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a question, Lori? Oh, sorry, Sally, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you have a question for us, Lori?
Well, when we're outside and there's squirrels and bunnies, he's very excited.
Mhm.
So in the house with this rain that's here and going to be here for months, trying to find things that he would like to do, enrichment type things. We have some things we do, but what would he like to do other than lay around? Maybe he wants to just lay around.
Inside the house, you want to know what he'd
Yeah.
like to do? Okay.
Yeah.
I get nothing. He says nothing.
He said to me, I'm a predator. And so it's my instinct to go after the critters.
Sure.
And if I can't do that from inside the house, I'd like to be able to look out the window and watch the birds and the rabbits.
Right.
And I don't know if he has any squeaky toys.
Yes.
Because he's indicated to me that he would like to, I'm just seeing him run around with a squeaky toy in his mouth, and like a stuffed animal squeaky toy, not plastic.
Yes. Yeah. Good.
I'll say, as Sally was describing that, as far as like look out the window or the toy, either one, he's like, yeah, and it'll put me to sleep and I'll just sleep. And that's okay. Like, it's enough to just like lull me. I hear lull.
Oh, yeah, there is a certain window that's his height, and he actually will rest his chin on it. He stands there so long. When I bring the blinds up, he'll look out there and he just actually almost falls asleep at that window. So
Yeah.
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 Yep.
I hear hypnotize. Is what
Yeah. Thank you, guys. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Cool.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have anything else, Sally, before?
I just want to ask him if he has any last words of wisdom for us.
When you said wisdom, he made me laugh.
Just respect me for who I am, he said.
Okay. Be a dog. Thank you, guys.
And he's even suggesting you be more like him, this running around thing. He really is like, I don't know what he really, I do not understand, he says. Why?
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I know. If we could. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Lori. We really appreciate you sharing Gridley with us. All right. So before Monica and I do the next reading, I need to remind everybody that the after party sales are now closed. So thank you to all those who are going to join us in the after party. We will see you. We'll let you know timing, all that stuff, as we finish this fun portion of it. So, all right, now, so Monica and I are going to do another reading and select somebody. Let's see. I have to say, I'm really drawn to BJ. And I see laughter. Are y'all interested in a reading? I see two humans and I saw a dog.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, cool. What's
I'm BJ and that's Leela.
Oh, you kind of paused, so I don't. So just BJ, raise your hand.
Yeah, you can do it.
Okay, cool. All right. Awesome.
It's about
So,
Maisie.
BJ, what's the name of the animal that we're speaking with this evening?
Maisie.
Maisie. Is it M-A-I-S-Y or S-E-Y?
It's M-A-Z-I-E.
Oh, see, good thing I asked. Okay. Female,
Female.
dog,
Yes.
alive.
Right here.
Okay, great, awesome, because she was front and center when we started this. I'm like, oh, I see you. I see you. All right, so Monica, you ready? We're going to connect in with Maisie.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. I hear, I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty. And I see her taking those ears, those fabulous ears, and I see fabulous ears, and I just.
Yes. That's her.
Okay.
Yes, I had this feeling of just being very confident about her looks. Like she knows she's very beautiful and she's just like, oh.
I know everyone tells her all the time how pretty she is, how cute she is. So she has to live.
So you're paused there for a second, but I hear her saying as you say that, she's like, it's because it's true. She's like, it's
Yes.
true. They're not
Yes.
just saying it, it's true.
Yeah. I hear from her, she's saying this, that she's a little bossy. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, because as she said that, I'm like, I've never had an animal confess that they're actually bossy. So at the same time she said bossy, she showed me Miss Piggy. And I don't know if you remember how Miss Piggy is, but she's very much in control, in charge, and everybody better do what I say, because that's the way it works.
Yeah, that's pretty much her.
Yeah,
She rules the roost.
Yeah, she was showing me that she has you wrapped around her little finger. She's like, I can make them do whatever I want. and then she's heard, I've trained them well.
Yes, yes, she has. Yes.
She's also making me feel like really curious, very inquisitive. She wants to know what's going on in everything that's happening in the house. And it's not, that part isn't so much the controlling or bossy part. This is actually a little bit more like oh, what's happening over here? Oh, what's that smell? Oh, wait, oh my gosh, I gotta go check it out. And at that point in time, I got to go check it out because she needs to come back. Oh, there's a little gossip aspect to it. She needs to come back and tell you about it, and she needs to report on it. And she may not protect you if something were to enter,
Yeah.
but she will definitely let you know that something's going on.
Yeah, yes, it does. And she is into everything. She smells everything and wants to investigate everything. And yes, but she's afraid of her own shadow. So
That she did not share with me.
Well, right before you said that, she showed me that she's investigating everything, but then she showed me like a mirror and she saw herself and like jumped back. So
yes,
She does.
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I did that as a puppy. I showed her her reflection in the mirror, and she was very frightened of it. And even as she's gotten older, she's still leery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's something about the mirror. She just like jumps back.
Cool. Monica, are you getting anything else in her personality? Should we ask them for a question?
Yeah, let's ask her a question. She's just showing me how curious she is and how smart she is. Yeah.
And she's showing me how fabulously gorgeous she is.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, we have her on a particular diet, and I would like to know if she likes this diet or if there's something else that we should investigate.
As you were asking, does she like this diet? I don't know if you were watching my face, but she was going blah, blah, blah.
So I kind of felt that.
And I hear her say, please investigate something else. Monica, what?
Yeah, as you were talking, she was showing me like she was equivalating the diet, not sure if that's a word right now, that's what came out, a Band-Aid. She's like, it's just a Band-Aid. It's not really like it's just on the surface. She doesn't feel like it's having the effect that you want the special diet to have.
Okay, interesting.
And she's saying there's something better out there. And then I don't know. I hear fish oil, which I don't even know. I don't know how that would relate, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand it.
I actually hear her say too, in addition to what Monica was saying, it actually, in addition to all of that, it also doesn't make me feel really great. Yeah. There's a little bit of I don't feel nauseous. I don't feel nauseous, but she actually makes me feel a little like ungrounded or dizzy, or not, like if my blood, like when my personal blood sugar drops and I get a little dizzy, like I feel a little bit of that with it.
Okay, interesting.
So it doesn't make me feel great. And I also do not like the taste, I hear her say.
Yeah.
Well,
she's getting this like off taste in my mouth.
Oh, really?
It's the raw diet.
Yeah, it's a raw diet, and she eats it right down, like it's,
But
she's ravenous. But
wondered, I've just
yeah,
felt that
but we've
she-
always thought whether we should investigate something else. So it looks like that we should.
Yeah, and possibly either a different flavor or a different brand.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Julie,
That's
she
great.
also flashed a picture of you feeding Lucas your mix, and maybe share that with them offline or something.
I will tell you, I feed my dog Stella and Chewies.
That's what she eats.
Oh, okay, interesting. So maybe that's
Chicken
what.
and duck.
Yeah,
Freeze dried
Oh,
chicken and duck.
okay. Lucas, my dog gets the frozen bits, not the freeze dried, but the frozen bits.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did do the frozen with
That
her at
seemed to
once,
upset her
but it
stomach.
upset her stomach.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Very
But the
good.
freeze dried is, and it said she hasn't,
belches.
other than she belches a lot, but
I will say, and I'm asking her if she wants me to say this, there is if you're coming to the after party, there's a holistic vet that will be joining us that can also give advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not vets. I will say that they can go through a detox period that that might be part of it, but that's maybe something to ask the vet as well.
Okay.
But
All right,
Yeah.
good.
I've experienced that with my dog.
So, and Julie, she was showing me the brown rice and the chicken that you give Lucas.
Oh yeah, I make his own food in addition to the raw. Thanks, Monica. And and Maisie. Yeah. I also make chicken, sweet potatoes, lots of veggies, and a little bit of brown rice, just a little bit, and fish oil and probiotic. I do this whole stuff. The whole
Okay.
stuff. So
Yeah,
Right,
and the fish oil in that for some
Yeah.
reason is coming
Mhm.
up.
right, okay,
I'm not a
Alright,
vet,
good.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there you go.
good,
All right.
very good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Maisie wants to. Maisie, I was just asking Maisie if there's anything else she wanted to share, and she's just asking for some additional walks, if it would be possible.
Yeah.
To just, okay,
So you didn't know
like
if she
3 or
liked them.
4 a day, if she wants to
Three
go
or
on.
We didn't know if she really particularly liked to walk. She doesn't seem to like it very well, but
Well,
you know.
walking, I hear like walking, like she shows me her walking is the equivalent of someone, a really pretty woman with a parasol kind of strolling. That's what she and she'll take her time, but she likes the outside with you guys. It's more about
Right.
being able to go outside with the both of you. So
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, she likes
Yeah,
all the
I do.
smells, and she just wanted to add how grateful she is. She just really said, "Thank you, moms."
Yeah.
Cool.
She's a good girl. Yeah.
oh, there she is. Look at she's
Oh,
so
look how
good.
pretty she is! Pretty. Look how
Making sure we all see that fabulous.
I'm so pretty. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Yes, you're welcome, BJ. Nice to meet you both. All 3 of you. I mean, 2 humans and a dog. It's like, All right.
All right, and I think we're going to pass it off to the next.
Yeah, to Karen and Sally.
Karen and Sally.
Hey, thanks, guys. That was so fun to watch. That was really fun. Okay, so let's see. I have actually been, well, Sally, is there anyone that you're being really drawn to? I have someone, but I want to know if there's somebody that's really calling to you.
No, well, we already did Lori and she was calling to me from the very beginning, so.
Okay. Then I am going to go with the person that has been really pulling on me for the last few minutes, which is Melissa Chonka. Melissa,
Hi.
would you like a reading?
Sure, I would love one.
Okay.
So I want to have Gracie. She is a dog and she is alive and behind me. So
Okay. Dog, female, alive. Okay. Yes. All right, well, just give us a second to kind of connect in with Gracie and let her present herself to us.
Okay.
Okay, Grace. So as Gracie comes into me, she comes in telling me she's very complex.
yes.
She's she's very, very intense
Hmm.
and energetically. A lot going on in this girl. She says, I got a lot of layers.
Hmm.
I got a lot of layers. And I am not for the faint of heart. That's what she's put it to me. Does this make sense to you, Melissa, about her personality?
Yes, yes, yes. She comes off as very sweet and she is very sweet, but she is a handful.
Yeah.
To say the least. Yeah. But a wonderful handful, but definitely a handful.
Yes. She's
Yeah.
she's complex, like a fine wine, she just said. She's very complex, like a fine wine.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gracie came running over to me and started running around me, then
Mhm.
got into the play position and then started jumping up and down.
Mhm.
And so that's how she presented to me initially. And panting with excitement.
Mm.
high energy.
Mhm.
There's high energy there. But a sense of humor, a really good sense of humor. I mean, because after she did this whole display, she started giggling.
Okay.
So she makes me feel like she's very aware of all the comings and goings in your house.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
She's very much on, I would call it kind of like alert
Mhm.
to what's going on in the house.
Yeah.
Almost to the level of a little bit of anxiety about it, it feels like to me,
Mm. Okay.
you know?
Mhm.
There's a complexity in her, I think.
I'm feeling like she wants to be in control of what's going on in the house. And so the way that she does that is by looking at everything, going from room to room, making sure that she's aware of everything that's happening in the house so that she can feel in control, because that's very important to her. Control.
That's interesting. Okay.
Okay, and she just flashed an image of a cat in front of me.
Oh.
I think to what it feels, I'm saying, is there a cat in the house? And I hear no.
Mm-mm.
So then I ask, why are you showing me a cat? She knows there's a cat outside.
That's Sebastian, the neighbor's cat. Yeah.
Okay, that
Yep.
she's very aware of.
Okay. Yeah. Sebastian often walks by the front of our house.
Okay.
So
She
yeah.
says he's taunting me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, whether he is or he is, I mean, I don't know that Sebastian's intention is to like rile up Gracie, but she's like, he's taunting me, like with his energy.
Okay.
So that's so funny that he is, okay, this is funny. We have Sebastian next door. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I asked her why this was bothering her so much. And she said because her house and the outside is her territory. And so Sebastian is infringing upon her domain.
Mm-hmm.
Because she feels like she has to be in control.
Okay.
Something that she doesn't have any control over him and where he goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, he rubs the edges of some stairs with his face. So when she goes outside, she smells like he's kind of rubbed the territory of her stairs. Is what
Okay.
she's saying.
Okay.
It's just they're very funny. So the reason I'm asking about the dynamic, I want to know more about this dynamic, because the fact that she's brought it up and you know about it, there's a lesson in here for you.
Okay.
About this dynamic that she's putting on display for you to pay attention to.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to see if there's anything there before we go to your question.
So I asked her if she could tell me about the lesson. And really it's for you in terms of boundaries. It's about boundaries.
Okay.
So does that ring home for you?
Yes. 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 Yeah. 100%. Yeah. I'm very not good with boundaries.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, she said a lot of her antics, if you pay attention to her, she's calling them antics, because she is very sweet. At the same time, she will just come up and give me kisses.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
right? She
surprised.
loves giving kisses.
Yeah.
So she's giving me all these kisses. She is a sweet girl, but she's actually she is worried about your lack of boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not caring for yourself first as much as she would like.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It makes sense. She's a very sensitive girl for herself, and she's showing me that she makes it very clear what she needs, and she's got all these complex layers of what she feels she needs, and her complexity is to make you aware that, oh, there are these subtleties to what makes her feel happy
Mhm.
so that you will pay attention to the idea of what's subtly going on in you as well. Does that
Oh,
make sense?
and yes, yes, it does.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
And she says, even down to the food I eat for
Okay.
digestion. So she's like, even to the subtlety of what I like and what I don't like to eat.
Okay.
Okay.
hmm
Do you have a question for her?
Yeah, so I have 6 dogs.
Oh my, okay.
Do yeah, they're lovely. I foster failed 3 times in a row.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but she is the one I struggle with the most because I don't know what she needs. I cannot for the life of me figure it out what she needs. And I just want to ask her, what is it that she needs to be happy if she has all these complexities? Because I do think she has a little bit of anxiety. I do think she's very funny and, likes to play around. So, but I just don't know what I can do for her. Like I've even questioned if I'm the right owner for her at times.
Okay. So Sally, let's hone in on that question so we can get the answer for now. How would you reword that?
Well, I already have an answer.
Oh, fabulous. What did you ask her? So I can.
What is it? I think I asked her, what is it that you need in order to be happier? And what she said was, it's really not about me. It's all about you. And you paying attention to her behavior, because she is showing you. I go back to the boundary issue. Boundaries is a big one, and her need for control is also about that. And sometimes our animals behave in a way that they want us to emulate. And I feel like she's doing that. She's trying to show you how she wants you to behave. So it isn't, I'm not receiving on a surface level, it's about new food or it's about new toys or any of that. It's really about you. And
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to support what Sally's saying, I was getting very similar information in that what she's asking for is, she's kind of mirroring the kind of the energy that's going on in you that you may not actually display to anyone. She's saying mom's pretty complex too, even though she thinks she's not. She says mom's complex. She's like, don't let her fool you. She's showing you this like calm, chill version, but she's actually there's a lot going on in here.
Yeah, which is very true. Yeah.
And so she's kind of mirroring that complexity that's going on in you. And she's saying that grounding in peace and calm.
Okay.
To look at what that means to you. And as you look at what it means to you, you'll also solve what it means to her.
Got it. Okay.
That she does need a little peace and calm. There's a lot going on and she needs her space and her boundaries and her peace and calm, but it all kind of is in relation to how you're looking at it for yourself as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all very relevant. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
She is.
Girl.
She's quite lovely. She's just as sweet as can be. And very gentle and loving. So, which is why I foster failed her in like 6 hours. So,
Yep. She's needed. You need her. She says, you need her. Her complexity is because you need her so that you can start to reveal some of your own complexity to yourself.
Oh, interesting. Okay. That makes total sense. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing Gracie with us. She's a sweetie pie.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I think that wraps up our formal main event tonight with the 6 readings that we did. And we just want to thank everybody for hanging in there with us and supporting those who did get readings. We're sorry we couldn't do it for everyone. A lot of times the messages that you hear coming through from the ones that got picked have some resonance even for you. So animals do work in cahoots at that level. And although you may not have gotten a specific reading, just take away what you take away from it, because the animals all know how to gang up together energetically to make sure more messages get through to everybody in an event like this. So I just want to thank you all again for coming to this. And so we want to talk a little bit more about wrapping up for the evening. And where's Barbara? There you are. Barbara, do you want to have a few last words before we wrap up?
There we go. All right, I'm unmuted. Wow, that was amazing. That was really amazing. Some of the dogs I know, and wow, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, for the folks who are coming to the after party, it will, we will reconvene in 10 minutes, is that correct? And so, you know, press the join button for that one. Also, the animal communicators are offering a 15% donation to Above and Beyond for any participants who book a reading between now and December 31st, which is hugely generous of them. It's a great gift to yourself and or holiday gifts for family and friends. So remember to do that. Just when you're making a booking, just let them know that you are at the Above and Beyond event. That would be wonderful. If you want to learn more about the Animal Communication Collective, then please go to animalcommunicationcollective.com. And we will be meeting Dr. Robin at the after party. And if you want to learn more about her and her holistic veterinary practice, you can go to holisticvetcare.com. I just want to really thank Karen and Julie, Monica and Sally and Tracy for helping put this together. It was an incredible event. So thank you. And in advance, I want to thank Dr. Robin for sharing her knowledge of holistic medicine and homeopathy and opening the door to those of us that don't know much about it. So thank you everybody for being here. And wow, it was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for coming. And yeah, just remember, we will donate back 15%. So don't forget to, if you do book a reading with one of us, please mention this event so that we can make sure to get that donation back to Barb and Sue and Above and Beyond. Okay. And so thank you all. And we will see those who are going to join us for some meet and greet and chatting and stuff. We'll see you back here in with a new Zoom link that you should have received. We'll see you in about 10 minutes. Okay. Have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.